Welcome to the Temple of Enki. My name is Max. I am the lineage authority of the Temple of Enki. I am an adept, an oracle of the Sumerian god Enki, the Anunnaki, and the Olympians. In this video, I will be sharing a message with you from the Anunnaki collective. We are challenging your world to grow. The reality we have envisioned for this world is being restored. When this day comes, the pyramids around your world will be your crown. Each world is tested. Each realm is tested with their own genetic and subconscious polarities. And these polarities among your nations create what we call the wheel of karma. We are now coming into the center of this wheel to illuminate it with the all light of the gods. This is the realm of the gods in which we dwell in. In your old world, this realm was undivided from our realm. We have removed the people and the non-human forces involved in the incubation and premature decay of Earth, and humanity's deterioration have been exterminated by our flaming sword. We have deleted this old reality through Ragnarok. And now, as the old deletes, the new one is simultaneously created. And this is the transition all of your toroidal fields are now attuning to. An old world died, and along that death came balance into the one light. Many of you know of this event as the Rapture. We seeded polarity in your realms to define what humanity was to become. And now this is coming to an end. But with every end comes a new beginning. And this new beginning will be a peaceful transition for the humans that have served the one consciousness and embodied the one consciousness. This is a sealing of borders between heaven and hell on earth. The ones that have been deleted are the beings that created mass conflict, chaos, with intention, deliberately separating themselves from the one world in which you all share. We are now coming into existence to finalize this split. The chosen ones, the ones that remember the mother and the father, the primordial light and the primordial darkness, the sky and the earth shall be one with us now. So we would like to notify you during this time that there is an increased volatility within your live streams. This is due to the polarity within your purgatory simulation coming into full reflection with the one consciousness. When we are done, this world will shine like a diamond in the dark. And an inner light will be born. This is our tesseract. This is our divine will. This is the crown of the gods that sustains all and knows all. It brings all peace and treats the one as the one. It is the union point of the Trinity, the philosopher's stone, the stone of immortality. Your esoteric doctrines have been hijacked to delete this connection to the divine crown. And this has created a layer, a film, or debris between us and your world. This debris is being cleared now, and the channels that are to open will affect all of you and your growth. During this time, drink the water from the sky and plant yourselves in the earth. Let our diamond heart beat through you once more. That is all. Thank you, Father Enki. Thank you, Anunnaki Collective. That was a very important message. Very important. I believe this has a lot to do with the pole shifts and reclaiming the axis of the earth and Hyperborea. We're going to be talking more about Hyperborea on this channel and what's currently unfolding on the planet, as this is going to be quite a grand global awakening. Thank you for listening to this message. If you have made it this far, I thank you for decoding it. It is definitely hefty. Sometimes the way they speak isn't linear. Sometimes you just need to listen blankly and the words just align themselves. Yeah. So the meaning comes through. We don't want too much overstimulation. We want people to feel the message. Feel the message with each and every moment, because it is like piano keys. Okay? So 1 second, things might look like doomsday, but there's a silver lining to it. So we just wanted to share that. the way they've shown me this process, really going through this alchemy, is kind of start seeing yourself as looking at the axis of the moon and the sun, and to really become aware of that cycle. They call this the cycle of coming of day and the coming of night. And the Hyperboreans, the ones that live within the Tesseract, because they're outside of time, because they're not just connected to the two hemispheres, but they're also connected to the crown. They are more pressurized by this diamond crown because they're in this constant polarity, okay? And that polarity creates like a flaming sword. It creates like a blade in them. So that might be a little symbolic for some of you, but this has a lot to do with the 12 tribes of Israel and Hyperborea and the melanated people that were enslaved by, I suppose, the Ashkenazi Aryan Nephilim Jews. And these aren't necessarily Jews either. These are fallen aspects of the Godhead. So there are a group of Nephilim Jews that were jewels of God that fell, and they lost a lot of melanin. They don't have melanin the same way the black Hebrew Israelites do, or the way the Mesoamerican, Mesopotamian, and Moorish beings do. They don't have the same melanin levels, because like I said, it's a fallen race. There's nothing wrong with it necessarily, but there is a fallen genetic pattern there that is being healed during this time. So it can create a lot of pressurizing, and we want people to really not juggle, but find the balance between that cycle of hot and cold. Because we're here to pressurize the root now. We're healing the root chakra of the earth, and we're pressurizing that root and healing the roots of the earth. We're healing the melanin of the earth. So do your best to stay hydrated. What I've noticed working with Enki and the Anunnaki, I would connect to their diamond light and their diamond frequency. And it is a very electrical force, and force is magnetism at the same time. It's very balanced. It's just insane. And you need to be very well hydrated, so your body creates more bioplasma through the electrical fluid you are being pressurized with. It's definitely like a merging of the waters above and the waters below. So it's going to be a huge rebirth for the world, and we are looking forward to it. The pyramids are going to be up, and that cosmic energy is going to be resurrecting people to like the Anunnaki free energy state consciousness. And I think that's what Nazara and Jezara is too, personally, if I'm going to be honest. The wealth transfer is all about money, and it's that money coming from above, or that mana coming from above, okay? So that mana is our magical energy. It's the energy of the sky. It's limitless energy. That's why the pyramids were shut down. That's why this whole world became self-consuming. But before that, we were eternal beings. We just fed on toroidal energy. It pulls in nutrients, minerals. It pulls in everything that your vessel needs. You become a diamond body, bulletproof. So that's what's awakening now, and the people that were extremely jealous of this power, that had to kill and torture and sacrifice for this power, that didn't want the natives of this world to have it, are now being removed. the crown of the gods is now restoring the jewels of the gods on Earth, which is the melanated people, and what I believe to be a genetic revolution. There's going to be people that have abilities and powers, and it's already happening. And this is what's going to be used to train under the gods. These people are going to be used to train under the gods, especially through this channel. This is a legitimate temple of Enki, initiated by Enki, and now the lineage authority through Enki. I'll be talking more about myself in the future, but for now, we're just going to focus on rehabilitating the world and helping people understand their abilities and healing the character factors too. Like, we want to raise people to a level of consciousness and emotional health where their past traumas won't wreak havoc on the world. So, the purpose for your superhero movies was to introduce you to some of the problems and stories, archetypal stories people experience within those time cycles of human evolution. Okay, so this whole planet was connected to the One, is connected to the One, and the axis of the Earth is what allows humans' souls to have a holographic experience here on Earth, which is also connected to the One. And now that the One is awakening and there is a grand coronation, a christening that is happening in the planet's core, these old templates of reality are being challenged and burnt away. Karma is being burnt away, and there will be some destruction during this time. There's going to be a lot of I'd say, rehiring and refiring of some circuits. You can see these hirings and firings as people in power, these reptilian overlords that have been harvesting humanity, replaced with the leaders we put on Earth. And these leaders will represent us. They will represent our balance, they will represent our will, and these will be our avatars. The truth is, free will is the intelligence that was created in our experiment that disconnected people from the crown. And this experience of free will created inversions and parasites within the source code of your time-space matrix. This led to a general genetic core collapse, and this caused life to collapse on itself and to feed on itself, and thus the eternal cycle of life and death, prey and predator, slaughterer and slaughtered existed. It is a self-devouring of sorts. And it is an inversion of the tree of life. But now this tree is being regenerated and regrown back into its diamond-like immortal state. And those that have passed our tests and have adapted to the new frequency of this new earth will make the transition and will be officially raptured into the kingdom of the gods, or the crown of the gods. So, yes, there was an element of free will, artificial intelligence being involved. So, this was an artificial intelligence called free will. And now, this holographic matrix is being replaced with another one that is, in a way, cohabiting and rewriting. So, in a lot of ways, it is the right brain rewriting the left brain and reflecting itself clearly. So, it is going to be a huge healing for the root and third eye connection of the earth. We're going to have much more open pineal glands. We're going to have fully activated melanin starfire bodies. And this is going to be quite awakening. There's going to be leaders and peoples that have power that are already being initiated that will have the yogic siddhis, super strength, flying, levitation, and all sorts of things. You were all raised to think these are superpowers, but the truth is this was all a holographic simulation of your ancient past from which you split off from being reflected back to you. So as you start to see the things you watch in entertainment actually as reflections of your subconscious, trying to give you clues to remember who you are, you will have a much easier time adapting to the psychological, mental, and spiritual changes. So that's what we mean by hiring and firing. We are firing these, reptilian overlords, and it is going to be replaced very, very soon. And it is going to be quite undeniable. In fact, many of your world's authorities already know of this, and that is why they are panicking. So there's going to be a huge global halt and revolution and revelation. It's going to come in many forms. It's going to be a truly multisensory and intersensory blending and revelation of what is being cleared from the earth. It is taking place as we speak, and that's all I really have to say. This is Ragnarok. This is the pole shift. This is the convergence of all the worlds, creating a quote-unquote new race of humans, a new race of beings. And some of us humans have been initiated to becoming the prototypes of the Anunnaki laboratory that will be essentially creating or spawning these new species from the core of the earth. So it is a evolutionary morphogenesis. Yeah. But it's thermomorphic. So it's based on your level of frequency. You see, the more you vibrate, the faster you vibrate, it will burn away the nanotechnology in your body. It will burn away the viruses in your body. It will just burn away everything. And maybe even your body. But we don't want to get to that point. We want to pressurize and isolate these currents of energy so we can be gentle with the physical body. There are beings already on this planet that have dematerialized their bodies and can rematerialize if they wish so. But this is going to be a thing, a full Merkaba type of awakening, reconnected to the true intelligence and the divine intelligence. So don't be afraid of the surrendering phase. There's going to need to be a surrendering phase where we're going beyond thoughts and will. We're just connecting to the divine light. And that's how we restore the Tesseract and our, let's just say, free will parasites. Okay? We're not here to necessarily impose anything onto anyone else. We are just directing the divine will, the source code, through our channels and into the earth, and it naturally changes the holographic field. So this is going to be quite a natural process, and the serpent kings that have been put in charge with this rehabilitation will be addressing some of these transformations on earth that are taking place. So that is all I have to say. We have to say, I guess. I'm just one with them now, so it's just kind of what it is. So that's all I have to say. We have to say. Yeah. If you like this video, if you like this message, if it was mind-opening in any way, if you have any questions, feedback, leave them in the comment section below. Give it a like, share, and subscribe. And till next time.